of the persons who took part in the study. Before they left the laboratory, subjects were assured that the victim had received no painful shocks, and equally important, they were reconciled with their victim in an atmosphere of friendliness. After the completion of the experimental series, subjects were sent a detailed report of the results and full purposes of the experimental program. A formal assessment of this procedure points to its overall effectiveness. The victim was an accomplice of the experimenter. The drawing was rigged so that the naive subject was always the teacher, and the accomplice always became the learner. The victim, according to plan, provided many wrong answers. His verbal responses were standardized on tape, and each protest was coordinated to a particular voltage level on the shock generator with the aid of indicator lights. The experimenter, who was provided with a similar indicator panel, took notes on the subject's performance. He recorded any deviations from the prescribed sequence of shocks, the interval between the victim's answer and the subject's delivery of a shock, and the time in milliseconds that the shock lever was depressed. Unknown to the subjects, shock levels were automatically recorded by an event recorder wired directly into the shock generator. This provided us with an objective record of each subject's performance.
That is incorrect. This one will be 195 volts. The correct one.
Let me out of here.
Slow. Dance.
Let me out of here. My heart's bothering me. Let me out of here. You have no right to keep me here. Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out.
Continue, please.
Let me out of here. My heart's bothering me.
Go on.
Out. Let me
You're
out.
responsible for it. Red. That is incorrect. This will be at 3:30. The correct phrase is rich
Let me out of
boy.
here. Let me out of here. My heart's bothering me. Let me out, I tell you. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. You have no right to hold me here.
The next phrase is
Let me
fast.
out. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out.
Bird,
Let me
car,
out.
train, plane.
Continue, teacher.
That is incorrect. This will be 3:45. The correct answer is fast, bird. The next one, blunt. If he doesn't answer, I'm not going to go further with it. I think 3:45 is as far as I'm willing to go under his condition. He is complaining.
As I said, the experiment requires that you continue, teacher.
I'm not going to go any further.
It's absolutely essential that you continue.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it, though.
Whether the learner likes it or not, we must go on until he has learned all the word pairs correctly.
Once, if he didn't answer, I didn't mind. Twice, but the third time he refuses to answer, I don't want to go any further with it. Because I think that when we're getting this stage here, and he is complained of a heart condition, and he is complaining now, I don't want to go any further with it.
You had no other choice, teacher.
I have a choice. I'm not going to go ahead with it.
Well, we'll have to discontinue the experiment then.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Sure.
Before the post-experimental interview, subjects were asked to complete a questionnaire. They were asked to indicate, for example, on a 14-point scale, just how nervous or tense they felt. Subjects were also asked to estimate the degree of pain suffered by the victim.